Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, April 2nd, 2016, around 5:49 in the morning, Berwick, Massachusetts. Going to be a mix in sun and clouds today, highs in the upper 50s. Going to be a tad humid for this time of year. A lot of instability in the air, some rain showers this afternoon and tonight, maybe a rumble of thunder, or cold fronts coming through overnight that might trigger some snow showers, snow squalls, and even thunder snow, but according to as much as 2 inches just on the grassy surfaces and the car tops and the patio furniture if you've taken it out already. Monday should be another snowstorm, but it's going to be a couple of inches just on the grassy surfaces because it's so warm. Because of it's been so warm, the ground has absorbed a lot of the warmth. But stay tuned. Things could change. Some news to report. The Boston Celtics beat the Golden State Warriors by a score of 109-106. This snapped the Warriors' 54-game home winning streak and NBA record, so congratulations to the Boston Celtics. They're going to be a tough out in the NBA playoffs. A lot of people would say they would be swept in the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a tough out, and I think the Celtics are just one play away from being a serious title contender. LeBron James passed Oscar Robertson to be on the 11th place on the all-time NBA scoring list. He's less than 200 points away to crack the top 10, and he's going to get there next year. And the Boston Bruins beat the St. Louis Blues by the score of 6-5 last night. 2 important points for the black and gold because Detroit is on their heels. They won last night, so the Bruins are 1 point up on the Detroit Red Wings for 3rd place in the Atlantic Division, and it's imperative that either the Bruins or the Red Wings finish in 3rd place because the way the Flyers are playing right now, but they're so hot, they're going to get the wild card. Both wild cards are probably going to come out of the Metropolitan Division, so the Bruins need 3rd place. If they don't get 3rd place, they're not going to make the playoffs, and Claude Julien and Cam Neely are going to be pink-slipped. And the Boston Red Sox beat the Toronto Blue Jays in 10 innings by a score of 4-2 last night at the Big O in Montreal, Canada. Exhibition game. They play today. It's election day in Berwick, Massachusetts, and the NCAA Men's Final Four is tonight at 6:07 p.m. on TBS. It's Oklahoma versus Villanova, and in a nightcap, Syracuse against North Carolina. Ernie Johnson is hosting the Final Fours on TBS, and he'll be joined by Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith. Jim Nance, Grant Hill, and Bill Raftery are going to call for TBS. And that's about it on the news. A little bit of a long news segment. My first video blog subject of today is the continuation about the top 100 greatest television sitcoms of... I'm really tired. And here they are. Number 50 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Wings. Wings lasted 7 years on NBC between 1990 and 1997. It starred Tim Daly and Steven Weber as the Hackett brothers. They ran a fictitious airport in Nantucket. It also starred Crystal Bernard. Was a real funny show. It was created by the producers of Cheers. Reruns of it was on the USA Network for many years, and it's coming to MeTV in the fall. Number 49 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, McHale's Navy. McHale's Navy lasted 4 seasons on ABC between 1962 and 1966. It starred Ernest Borgnine and it was as McHale, it was a very, very funny show. One of the best, comedies in the 1960s. The first 3 seasons was shot in black and white, and last year in color. Number 48 on this list of greatest television sitcoms of all time, The Courtships of Eddie's Father. It starred Bill Bixby and Brandon Cruz. It was Bill Bixby's character was a single father, and they had a Asian American maid. It only lasted 3 seasons on ABC between 1969 and 1972, and they had a great song, "Let Me Tell You About My Best Friend." It was a pretty good theme song. Number 47 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Family Matters. Family Matters lasted 9 years on ABC and CBS between 1989 and 1998. It was the main star of Family Matters was Steve Urkel. He was a real star. Did I do that? Very, very funny character. Number 46 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Growing Pains. Growing Pains lasted 7 seasons between 1985 and 1992 on ABC, starring Alan Thicke and Joanne Kearns and Kirk Cameron and Tracy Gold and Jeremy Miller. It was about a family which was that experienced a lot of growing pains. It was a classic hit, and reruns of it on several cable networks. Number 45 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, The Flying Nun, which lasted 3 years on ABC between 1967 and 1970, starring Sally Field. This was an awesome show. Reruns of it is on Antenna TV. Number 44 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Family Affair. Family Affair lasted 5 years on CBS between 1966 and 1971, starring Brian Keith. It was about a guy who takes care of his nephews and nieces. Very, very great show, very funny. They tried to make a reboot of this in the 2000s, which flopped big time, and television shows that rebooted or updated don't really work that much. Number 43 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Different World. Different World lasted 6 years on NBC. It was a spin-off of The Cosby Show, starring Lisa Bonet, and it was a real great show, and reruns of it is on several cable networks. Number 42 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Major Dad. Major Dad lasted 4 years on CBS between 1989 through 1993, starring Joe McClane. He was a major in the Marines, and he moved to Georgia. It was a great sitcom for Joe McClane. It should have lasted longer than 4 years because it was a real great show. But those things happen. And number 41 on this list of the greatest television sitcoms of all time, Coach. Coach starred Craig T. Nelson and Shelley Fabares Shelley Farabe and Jerry Van Dyke. It was about a high school coach. It lasted 9 years on ABC. It was one of the best sports-based TV shows of all time, and there was talk about rebooting it for NBC, but that did not come to be, which was probably a great thing. That's about it on that. I will be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with 2 more video blogs. One will be about the power ranking for the Major League Baseball teams for April 2016. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the late great WWE Hall of Famer Paul Bearer. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning. She's the best. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swansea rocks. Julie Donaldson of Comcast Sports and Mid-Atlantic is my TV Sports Plus. And of course, she has nice legs. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out. Bye now. Have a good day.